Well, hi guys, and welcome back to Dad's Shed. Well, actually, no, it's not welcome back to Dad's Shed, because this short episode isn't in here at all. I am heading off to a place I used to volunteer at and then work at, and I'm back there now as a volunteer. And this will be my first real involvement for a number of years at a local heritage railway. You're not going to see an awful lot. A lot of it's going to be stills and what have you. And I'll go through some of the bits and pieces they've got down there that it looks like I'm going to be involved in fixing. So, let's go down the road. And this is what we're doing. We're doing a pad exam on a set of wagons, which are shortly out into traffic. And as you can see there, there's a split pin through the bolt. We need to take that out, drop the bottom half down, and then lubricate it and check the pad and the bearings. And it's all the way down this set of vehicles. So it's going to be quite a long day, but we've started early at 7 AM because there are some trains running. And as we walk down here, you can see a lot of old British built 30s to 50s wagons, and we're working our way from one end to the other, up one side and then up the other side. But we started the side closest to the main running line, and the reason for that will soon become apparent. Oh, look. That's the wagon yard, and the relatively new now A1 class Pacific Tornado, built by the A1 group, and it's a mainline registered loco and quite often runs up and down the main lines in the UK. Okay, so we've just come down here to have a quick look at what we have. We have here a Kerry 5.5-inch centre height lathe, screw cutting. I understand it's single phase, but we need to have a look at that, and we don't know when it was last serviced or oiled, so God knows what it's going to be like. But it works, allegedly. Interesting tailstock. We've got large bench drill there. And here we have what is a Van Norman mill. NB12. So that's the drive, there's the head, that's the overarm for horizontal milling, there's the adjustable head on it, and number 12. And the interesting bit is this, because this is apparently a very, very strange head, or taper rather. So we'll have to have a good look at that. It looks like we may need to make some tooling for it. But it does come with a couple of vices and other bits, and everything does seem to actually move quite nicely. So that's going to need a good looking at. Another little toy we have in here, a Rapidor hacksaw. I would say that's about an 8-inch stroke, so that's going to be quite interesting. Get that working again. That's something else that's going to need an inverter. We'll move back down here to these two. Now the problem with this one is that the cabling on it is, I think the term questionable springs to mind. So that will need redoing, looking at all the way it's wired, and then having a good look at making sure it's all lubed up and free and play and other stuff in it. It is a gap bed lathe. You just about see the gap there. So, don't know what else it's got. But yeah, that's quite a nice little toy in here. And obviously the Van Norman next to it. Brilliant. Well, I hope you found that of interest. I did change out of these clothes, as you can tell, because they're still white. And everything I was wearing down there ended up more black than white. Quite a lot to do down there. Interesting that the last rail vehicles I worked on in 2024 were brand new units, high-speed units for the East Coast Main Line, and now I'm on 1930s wagons. I know which ones are better built. I didn't say that. So I'll be going down there from time to time, so you'll get a bit of stuff inserted in what I'm doing in here to what I'm doing down there. And actually some of it's going to swap over, of course, because some things that need doing down there I'll end up bringing back to the workshop. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next issue of Dad's Shed.